What's up, YouTube fam? Today I'm going to give you a tour of all my amps and the rest of the shit in my room. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Taylor, and I've been getting a lot of requests lately for, like a tour of my amps since I've amassed kind of a collection of them lately. So I thought I would do that today and maybe just give you guys like a tour of my room. I haven't done one of those in a long time. Also, if there's anything in this room that you guys see that I haven't made a video with, because there are a lot of things in this room that I bought to make videos with that I just never got around to, definitely let me know in the comments. Let's start over here. Now, if you guys didn't know this about me, if it's not apparent from my other videos, I'm a big horror movie nerd. I'm always wearing horror movie t-shirts and stuff like that, and I have a collection of horror movie toys. It's probably like one of my favorite things in this room, to be honest with you. Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You can actually open this up, there's like toys inside them. So I'm a big horror movie fan. I actually have a second channel called Night Circles that I run with my buddy Ethan. If you guys are into horror movie content, go check out that channel. I will link it down below. Anyways, moving on here. This is my 𝗦𝗣𝗶𝗏𝗍 oversized 4x12 cabinet. I love this cabinet. It sounds really, really good. It's actually just covering up all this shit that's back here right now. This is just like stuff that I get sent to review and whatnot, and it just ends up in this pile in this shelf over here. Kind of embarrassing actually looking at it. More horror movie toys. See, I told you I was a nerd. But and then I got some camera stuff up there, but yeah, that's mostly what is on this shelf. So if you ever see this in the background of my videos and it looks like a mess, I apologize. It's just kind of there. It is what it is. I have some guitars hiding back here. Some of these are in gig bags. Some of them are just on the ground because I have no place to put them right now. My Jackson Soloist, the new Moore S900 guitar that they sent me for review. I don't think that has actually gone live yet. Maybe that's gone live by the time I post this video. I'm not really sure. The diesel. It's a very cool guitar, and I really like the Moore stuff, even though it's not necessarily like my preference in guitars. Like I like pointy metal guitars, you know what I mean? But I still think that what they're doing is very cool, and I like the fact that you can buy a guitar with just multi-effects units built into it and just plug into it and practice with headphones. But anyways, enough about that. That's not what this video is about. Here is my wall of guitars. I have a bass too. No judgment. Solar V. This is the Army Open Port Green V that they sent to me to check out. It has an Evertune on it. It's my first time playing an Evertune. Mixed feelings about the Evertune, but Solar makes really, really cool guitars, so that wins in my opinion. This is my V1.6 FRC. Love this guitar. This was the first Solar guitar. I bought this. They didn't send this to me. This is the first Solar guitar I ever played, and I really, really like it. I think it's a cool guitar. I have a Jackson Rhodes V right here that I actually recently just set up to play in drop C sharp. You know, it's been getting some more love lately. This has Seymour Duncan blackouts in it as opposed to my preferred EMG 8185 set, and you know what? The blackouts are kind of growing on me, if I'm being real with you. Next, I have my Kelly. People really like this guitar a lot. This guitar gets a lot of love on the channel. People are always asking me about it. I think mostly it's just the, look at the color scheme, man. The gold and the black, it just looks really cool. Next here, I have my Warrior. You guys probably see this a lot. I play this guitar all the time. I love this guitar. It is an Indonesian X Warrior. So, you know, it is like not the nicest guitar ever, but it's the only Warrior I could find in black that has a reverse headstock, you know, outside of doing like a custom shop one. So I snagged it. I like this guitar. I like it a lot. And then my Deviant Guitars Grim War. Royce and I designed this guitar together. Basically, I just told him what I thought it should look like, and he's the one who actually designed anything. I didn't really do anything. I just said, hey, this would look cool. So all the credit to Royce on this one, but this is a very, very cool guitar. You guys probably see that on the channel all the time. I have a camera slider. This is how you guys see all the movements in my cameras in my videos. Like, it's just me in here shooting videos by myself, so there's no one operating a camera. I just have it on a slider and something fell off of it. Oh shit. Down here I have a few amplifiers. These are amplifiers I need to make videos for. I have a Bogner Alchemist right here. amplifier. I think a lot of people hate on this amplifier unjustly. I think it's a really interesting, versatile amplifier, but it takes a lot of patience to dial it in. So maybe that's your thing, maybe it's not. I have a 𝗦𝗚𝗂𝗡𝗏+ down here. I bought that for a video that I never made. Hopefully I'll end up making it sooner than later. I have a Line 6. You remember these? The Spider valve amps. Man, I don't know why people hate on it so much. I need to make a video with this one too. These are all amps that need videos pretty much. A Peavey XXL amplifier. It's like a solid state amplifier. Sounds pretty good. A Crate Blue Voodoo. Crate Blue Doo-Doo, very cool amplifier. I had a lot of fun with that amplifier. ENGL Powerball, just did a video with this guy finally. It is missing the back plate and the noise gate doesn't work on it, but it's a cool amp. It's classic for a reason, you know what I mean? Engl Savage MK2. Love this amplifier. This is one that I use in the Axe effects all the time, so as you'll see with my amp collection here, that informs a lot of my purchases, is like, did I like the Axe Effects model? Oddly. Engl Invader, also a very cool amplifier. This is like a true 4-channel amplifier as opposed to, you know, the Savage and the Powerball being more like 2-channel amplifiers with 2 modes per channel. Is very, very cool. It's like a true 4-channel amplifier with 4 separate tone stacks, so I like that one a lot. Moving on here, X-Time pedal from 𝗦𝗣𝗡𝗦. Really cool pedal. I haven't really plugged it in that much, to be honest with you. It's just been sitting here. You know, that's kind of the problem with doing a YouTube guitar channel, is like, you think, oh, this will be great. I'll have a lot of time to play guitar and check out a bunch of gear and stuff, but you don't really. Most of your time ends up going into editing videos and like doing all the other stuff that comes along with having a YouTube channel, and you know, playing guitar and noodling around and checking out gear is actually like a very small portion of that. 𝗏𝗏𝗡 pedal, I'm sure you guys are familiar with that at this point. It needs no introduction. Oh, look, little clip-on tuner. That's nice. Randall Satan. This amp I bought from Kyle Bowl, actually. He had it up for sale for quite a while, and I just felt like this was an amplifier that, like, would be nice to have. Like, how is there an amp out in the world named Satan and I don't own it? You know what I mean? So that's why I bought it. It is a very cool amplifier. It's definitely unique in a lot of ways. And I like it a lot. Not my favorite amp in my collection, but I do enjoy it quite a bit. Ampeg VH140c, there's a good chance that that is how you found my channel. I posted a video with this amplifier maybe like a year ago, and it brought a lot of people into my channel that really were aligned with what I do, being like, you know, a death metal guy. So I'm really, really happy I bought this amplifier. It was probably one of the best things that I ever did on my channel. Followed shortly by the great GX130C. I was going through this period where I was just scooping up these old school death metal amplifiers, and I was just really interested in comparing them and really just going deep on the history of them. I got this cabinet with the GX130C, which, by the way, I bought my GX130C, the half stack, for like 150 bucks. I still think they're out there. I think you might just have to look for them a little bit, and I think that if you're really interested in it, you might have to do a little bit of work to them because they tend to not be the most reliable amplifiers in the world, and it really doesn't justify fixing them if you just want to flip it or something like that. But if it's something you want to collect, then yeah, you might have to, you know, buy one and pay a couple $100 to have an amp tech go in and fix it up. I have the mini amps up here. These are really, really cool. I think these are the best bang for your buck if you want just like an amplifier that's loud, that aesthetically, you know, looks like a real amplifier. I think that these might be the way to go. They are plenty loud. I also have my overflow pedals here. This is one from 𝗦𝗣𝗍𝗏. It was like a prototype he was working on. This is a Demon Effects Precision Drive. I've been meaning to make a video with this, not so much to demonstrate the sound, but just look at this thing. I mean, it is clearly a knockoff pedal. And the video that I want to make with it more has to do with like the morality of that. Like, is it ethical to make this pedal? I don't know. I have a 𝗦𝗍𝗏 ritual over here. The chug pedal needs no introduction. I actually use this pedal quite a bit. It comes in handy a lot of times, like if I need a preamp pedal real quick, I can grab this. It's really similarly voiced to the Randall Satan, in my opinion, so I like this pedal a lot. This is a prototype pedal that I was working on with my buddy Shay from This Heavy Earth Effects. I have no idea if this thing is ever gonna come to fruition or not, but yeah, basically the idea here is to have like sort of a Swiss Army knife pedal with sort of like any kind of boost that, you know, you could be looking for built in, and then also have a noise gate. So prototype, will it ever get finished? I have no idea. My block letter 5150, I bought this off of my buddy Jason. Jason, if you're watching, thank you, appreciate you. And you can see it's pretty beat up, it's pretty worn. I always told myself like, oh, I'm gonna fix this thing up and make it look really nice, and I just haven't, you know. There's only so much time in the day. This is a Peavey XXX. I actually traded one of my patrons some gear for this amplifier, and if you're watching, Barry, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you. Man, I haven't even looked at one of these things in like over 10 years. Oh my God. This one appears to be in really, really good shape, and he didn't have the foot switch for it, but I think I have the foot switch for my old one. I'll have to see if I can dig that thing out, but let's plug this thing in. All right. XXX was actually the first tube amp that I owned, and when I was like very poor and very hungry, I sold it for like 300 bucks or something, like maybe even less. Like I sold it for very, very little money, just because I was desperate to get rid of it and get some money so I could like feed my face. And ever since then, I always wanted one, and one of my patrons was just like, hey dude, like I have one and you have this other thing I want, so like maybe we could work out a deal, and we did. And that's how I ended up with this amp. It's very, very cool. 5150 Iconic. I kind of bought this during the 5150 Iconic craze. You know, like I did not work with EVH to make a video or anything like that. I didn't get a deal on this amplifier. I just paid for it because I got super curious seeing all of the controversy around it and like people kind of like talking shit about it. And then having a block letter 5150, I just wanted to see how they compare, and goddamn, like they're pretty close. And I think, you know, the 5150 Iconic is like $1,000 or something like that, and you get all these extra features. I don't want to rehash all the points that I made in my video, but I think it's a good deal, dude. I think it's a very cool amplifier for the money. Triple X cabinet, I literally only bought this cabinet so that I could have a matching cabinet to go with the Triple X head, because that was like my rig, you know, my first real rig, I guess, back in the day. So, you know, I just wanted to have it again. There's not much else to that story. VHT Deliverance 120, another amp that I bought because I really liked the model in the Axe effects. See how it sounds with the Solar. Oh yeah. Wasn't crazy expensive, and I actually have a badge to put on here now. I just need to get it on there. Very, very cool amplifier. I like this amplifier a lot. This is probably one of my favorites in my collection, if I'm being real. It's that good. And then below that, I have a Crank Rev 1 Plus. This is an excellent amplifier. Very similar to the D120 in some ways. Very like articulate, lots of headroom. Both use KT88 tubes. I had the Rev 1 Plus modified with KT88 tubes. It comes with 6550s in it, I believe, if that matters to you. But both very, very cool amplifiers for very similar reasons. And then I have the Dimebag Crankenstein down here. Very cool amp. I need to make proper videos with these amplifiers. I feel like, you know, a lot of people ask me about them. A lot of people ask me like about Crank as a company, which I don't really know much about. I feel like, you know, these amps probably deserve their own videos. Down here, I have a Marshall 1960A cab. I bought this cabinet to have something that sort of contrasted with my normal Mesa Boogie oversized cabinet, and to be honest with you, not a big fan. It's fine, it's just not for me. This has the original GT1275s in it, but it also has like a hemp back speaker in one of the positions. None of those things I'm really a huge fan of, it turns out. So I just have this cabinet here and it's just holding up heads now. But, you know, it is nice to have a Marshall cab if I need it for something. You know, like I said, just to have some contrast with the Mesa Boogie cab that I always use in my videos. Over here we have my desk. It's a mess. This is where I do all my editing. The videos that you see on the channel, spend most of my time here sitting. Check this out, this is kind of cool. This is actually one of my favorite things in my studio. This is a human scale chair. You can actually just like lift the arms up and then fold them down like that, which is really nice if you're playing guitar and sitting in chairs, so you're not perching on the edge of the chair. And then, you know, it like leans back. It's kind of noisy. Let's see, what else do we have going on over here? Headrush Prime. I legitimately use this thing all the time, and for those of you that were asking about my VH140c clones that I made in the video and asking me to upload them, that was my bad. I actually just like didn't finish creating my account, so when I tried to upload those things, it didn't work, but I did that. They should be on the cloud now, so if you search for me, you should be able to find those VH140c clones. I think I even put one of my Deliverance up there too. But yeah, check it out. I'm on there. Headrush. This thing's awesome. I really enjoy it. Pedals, a lot of pedals. I ran out of room here really quick. I actually have more of these shelves. I just am too lazy to finish hanging them up, but I probably should just fill this space right here so I can put all my pedals on this one wall and not have to like double stack them like this, and you know, like you could actually see all the pedals. It'd be really nice, you know, if I could do that. 𝗤𝗏𝗄𝐻 capture box. This really helps with reamping, keeping line noise down, so that's why I have it here. My torpedo captor. I use that, you know, capturing amplifiers, sometimes in videos, stuff like that. Very useful tool for, you know, what I'm doing here. Quad Cortex. Just sitting here collecting dust. I never use this thing, sadly. It's just been like sitting here for the most part. never gets used. Marshall 8100. Undecided if I'm going to keep this guy or not. I like it. It's very cool. It's very, very iconic in a lot of ways. But again, I'm just like running out of space, and I got to be really particular about which amplifiers I decide to keep. Randall RG1503, I think. Not the amp that I vibe with the most, if I'm being real. It's fine. It's definitely just not my thing. And then I have some crates down here. I've been meaning to make a video on crate amplifiers. Just I acquired these, you know, when I was on the hunt for a GX130C. I just ended up buying a GX600, a G130C XL. Which is like the older version of the GX130C. And then a really old one down there, it's a G1500, like from the 80s. Maybe I'll get around to making that video one day. Again, there's so many videos to be made with all of this gear in here, and it's just like, hopefully I can get around to making all of them one day. Bunch of camera gear over here, including these lights that I'm using. There's one, there's the other one. These cameras and these lights are probably totally unnecessary, but I'm trying to have the highest production quality that I can for you guys. So that's why I have all this stuff over here. More pedals and bullshit up here. I have an old school Line 6 pod bean up there. So, that's neat. Forgot about that guy. I can hardly see it from where I'm standing. More camera stuff. This 𝗦𝗡𝗍𝗏, I was just taking pictures with this for thumbnails. This is a very cool audio interface if you need like a budget audio interface. And then down here I have a bunch of microphones and cables, and nothing really that exciting, man. Alright, so there you guys have it. That's my studio. This is where I spend the majority of my time making videos for you dudes. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. If you like what I do on my channel, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.